Hey everybody, welcome to Bura. In this episode, I'm going to be talking about what Mark Cuban said about Dogecoin. Alright, welcome back. First, if you don't make sure that you like and subscribe. The more likes and subscribers you get, the more content we can make. The number one reason why you subscribe to this amazing YouTube channel is to get into the money-making trends before they go mainstream. So I've said this for a long time, but if you like Dogecoin, you're probably making the right move. Dogecoin could be the currency of the internet. Now remember, when the internet first started, there was an actual part of the internet that had to deal with transactions, but it was abandoned. And that is a story for a different time. But since the internet didn't have a currency in the early 90s, it wouldn't be another 20 years before cryptocurrencies would fill that void. And that void has now been filled. And again, I do love cryptocurrencies. Now, of course, cryptocurrencies are going to be incredibly volatile. I am recording this 2 weeks before the Jackson Hole meeting, and this is where all the central bankers meet, and they might raise rates, they might not. I don't think they will, but I could be wrong. Nevertheless, there are some very good candidates to be the cryptocurrency that is a medium of exchange, things that you buy your coffee with or everyday items, and one of those coins is Dogecoin. The other one is Cardano. Now, I really like Cardano mostly because of its low gas fees, but the thing about Cardano is that it's so good and I like it so much, but it might be worth a lot more in the future. Dogecoin, because it has such a huge supply and that so many coins are being minted every single day. And this is something that's key. You don't want something that is very, very high, but you do want your coin, whatever it is you're storing it into, to outpace inflation. So if inflation, and I'm talking the real inflation, I'm not talking about the CPI numbers, but if the real amount of inflation is 5%, you want your coinage to be 7 or 8 or 9%. That way, the more you can save, the more purchasing power you'll have in the future. Now, this is something that is not built into our current financial system. Our current financial system is that you get paid in fiat money, and that fiat money gets devalued every single year. It would be so much better if you could get paid in something and then have that thing appreciate. And this is something that the current financial system is not set up for, but cryptocurrency is that answer. And if you don't own Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Cardano, I don't know what you're doing. Now, the funny thing about Doge is that I bought it as a joke back in January, and it's up several 100% since I bought it, and I kept on dollar cost averaging up. It's funny to dollar cost average up because usually I dollar cost average down, and rarely do I make a trade where it just keeps on going up. But nevertheless, my Dogecoin position is probably around 3 cents, and I'm very happy that it's there. The thing is that I bought Dogecoin as a joke, and I told everyone that I just bought it as a joke and it wasn't really that important. And surprise, surprise, it's been my best performing position other than GameStop and AMC this year. So Dogecoin is an older coin. It's not exactly newer technology. If you want to think of iterations of cryptocurrency, you have Bitcoin, which is the first iteration, Ethereum, which is the second iteration, and Cardano, which is the third iteration. Now, Dogecoin is around the 1 to 1.5 iteration of this cryptocurrency. Now, the founder of Cardano has given Dogecoin a bunch of things that it can do, and chances are the Dogecoin developers are probably going to do a lot of those things because Elon Musk has been talking about Dogecoin and talking to the Dogecoin developers. So chances are Mark Cuban knows what's going on in the Dogecoin development community. And this could be really huge because Dogecoin, as of this recording, is around 32 cents. But what if it went up to $30? Well, that would be quite amazing. Now, I think it would be hilarious if Dogecoin went up to about $100. So many people would get rich, including myself. Of course, this is not investment advice, but so many people would be getting rich off of something they bought as a joke. And that would be the ultimate laugh. Hi, I bought a very fancy house just because I bought $3,000 worth of Dogecoin. I think it would be quite funny. But here's the thing about cryptocurrency if you're still on the fence. You're not going to be using gold in space because you have to transport that gold into space, but you can use cryptocurrencies in space. So not only could Dogecoin be the cryptocurrency of the internet because it's a fancy meme, but it could be the cryptocurrency of the solar system. And that would be interesting. Imagine if you could spend your Dogecoin on Earth or Mars or in the clouds of Venus or on wherever you are in the solar system. I think that would be quite interesting. Now, I would be surprised if Elon Musk is talking to the Dogecoin developers about this exact feature. So it's only a matter of time before you can pick up your phone and use Apple Pay to pay with Dogecoin or Cardano or Ethereum or Bitcoin or pretty much any other coin. This is something that is going to happen in the future, and it's something that you should really do. Now, I've said this on the channel quite a bit. If you want to get paid in something, perhaps you should get paid in Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Cardano. You can actually get paid in these cryptocurrencies if you do a freelancing gig. And I highly recommend you do it and just save it, because these cryptocurrencies are going to get more valuable in the future, meaning that you're going to actually be able to save your money. Remember how your parents told you to save your money? Well, nowadays, because interest rates are so low, it's not about saving your money, it's about how many investment properties you have and how many risky assets that you have. And that is, in my opinion, not the best way to build a society. In my opinion, the best way to build a great financial society is to make sure that people's hard work is the most valuable thing and will make them the rich. So if you want to start a business or work extra hours, then that thing is going to make you rich, not buying 2 or 3 investment condos and leveraging up your current house with a home equity line of credit. Now, of course, this sounds exactly like the system that we're in, but there could be a better system. And believe it or not, crypto does allow for this system. So a lot of economists think that people will spend less if this kind of money that you're making gets more valuable over time. I don't think that will be true. I think it will be a little bit less, but it won't be too much less, because the more you save, the more money you can buy over time. And you do need to buy things, like you need to buy, food, you need to buy a computer, you need to buy a phone. You just might not do it as frequently. Instead of buying a phone every 3 years, you might buy it every 4 years. And if you have kids, you're gonna go buy a house. Whether or not that house goes up and down, that's not the point of a house. Well, at least that's not the point of what a house should be. A house should be a place that you can live. But now it's a financial tool. It's your second bank. You can just pull your equity out of it whenever you want. But newsflash, your house probably doesn't make more in gold. More on that in a different video. So nevertheless, I don't think the argument that having a deflationary currency is necessarily bad. Some people might hoard it, but you know what? There are different amounts of currency that you can have. You can have gold, you can have Bitcoin, you can have Ethereum, and you can have Cardano and even Dogecoin as well. You can have all these other different currencies, and believe it or not, you'll be able to put your money into these different currencies and you'll be able to spend them when you want to spend them. Now here's the thing, I'm probably never gonna sell my Bitcoin. I am going to just loan it out if it comes to that point. And I really do hope it goes down to $10,000 because I really wanna buy more. So on a gold standard, a lot of people would hoard gold or maybe silver, but now with all these different cryptocurrencies, the hoarding of everything doesn't really make much sense because there will be other mediums of exchange that you can use. Now, some people are definitely going to hoard Bitcoin, but that's not really the point of this. Bitcoin is kind of like the underlying hard rock, bedrock asset of the whole crypto universe, and Ethereum, Cardano, Dogecoin, Solana, all of these other coins are going to serve other purposes. And Ethereum doesn't even have a cap. There could be an infinite amount of coins produced for Ethereum, which I don't think is really a good idea, but that's a story for a different time. Now, of course, all these deflationary currencies might have a good use today, but we don't know what's going to happen 50 or 100 years down the road. Perhaps Cardano in 100 years is worth $20,000 per coin. In that case, well, we have to figure out something else. Maybe we just go right back to the cycle of just making money worthless again. Now, nevertheless, if you don't own a Dogecoin, I would highly recommend that you buy some. You don't have to buy a lot, and if it goes down, you can always buy more. Here's the thing about the crypto market. You should set yourself a position, and if that position goes up or down, you should just buy more. You should just basically always be stacking crypto and gold and silver pretty much forever. Now, the reason why you want to stack the different crypto, gold and silver, is because gold, silver, and a lot of these cryptos are finite or they have a good use like Ethereum. And if there's any piece of advice that I can give you as a programmer, freelancer, entrepreneur, is to always keep stacking. All right, so that concludes this video. Let me know your thoughts down below. Do you own a Dogecoin? I want to know. Which is your favorite cryptocurrency? Remember that this channel doesn't do a Patreon, instead we sell our digital products down below. The more you get for the content that you buy below, the more free content on this channel we can make. If you really like this channel, you can subscribe to Mammoth Interactive's huge library of content. We release 20 to 60 hours of fresh new content per month, every single month. It really does help us out when you subscribe. We have the monthly and yearly options. If we can get to 10,000 paid subscribers, then we can really change the e-learning landscape. We can release 200 to 300 hours of content content per month, plus build a bunch of really cool edtech solutions. It really does help us out. If you already are our subscriber, thank you so much. You make my company Mammoth Interactive possible. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video.